From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Super Primetime Max on the debate with Arnab. The front page of a Lutyens paper describes the conundrum that the liberals have about the Trump assassination attempt. The newspaper front page headline says, and I quote, "Bullet grazes Trump's ear at sniper attack during election rally." That's as direct an attempt to avoid saying assassination attempt on Trump. Had Trump been killed, the paper would have probably said, "Bullet successfully hits Trump as Trump fails to dodge it." Truly, liberals are unable to accept how toxic they have become, how violent they have become, the toxic and violent nature of their own comrades in arms. Liberals are the most dangerous, the most violent, the most toxic groups across the world. Like the urban Naxals in India. They want to rationalize violence. They want to intellectualize assassination attempts, rationalize terrorism, intellectualize support to Islamists, support to rapes and massacres by the Hamas, violence in the name of environmental causes. They want to support violence of the Greta Thunberg variety. In fact, an endless series of violent methods are all explained and justified in the name of, you got it, liberal values. We are liberal. Let's kill a few people here and there. Let's justify rapes and massacres because in the larger liberal interest, this is okay. This is a group of people which is proliferating across the world. I call them toxic liberals, extremist liberals. Their way or the highway for them. And whether using Maoist killings or political assassinations, they genuinely believe that their view must dominate. Liberal extremism is a great threat to society at large, as is the associated trend of liberal violence. Remember Sandesh Khali? When women were allegedly mass raped in Bengal, the liberal lobby in India justified the violence by questioning the victims of rape. Because for them, Mamta is their own part of the liberal group. Remember the assassination attempt on Salman Rushdie by an Islamist? In America and across the world, including in India, the woke, the liberal extremists went completely silent. They had nothing to say. Because in their view, it was Salman Rushdie's fault to have provoked the Islamists with his writing. So tonight on the debate, is the silence and shock of the extremist liberals on the Trump assassination proof that their toxic and violent approach needs scrutiny by all of those on the right, and challenged as well, because what happened to Trump on Sunday is proof of a much bigger global trend of toxic and violent liberalism. Debate 1 tonight, viewers. I've explained that before you, viewers. The growing trend of toxic and extremist liberalism is debate 1. Debate 2 tonight, viewers. Pakistan has banned Imran Khan's party. Is that the end of Imran Khan's party? Is that the end of Imran Khan's political career? I don't think so. I'll tell you why. At 9 o'clock tonight, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board says we believe in the Sharia, not the Constitution. Liberals will not debate it, ladies and gentlemen. Liberal channels will not talk about it. But we who believe in the Constitution will. Here are the headlines, ladies and gentlemen, the start of the week, this Monday evening of the debate. 5 days after the Supreme Court's historic order that allowed Muslim women to seek alimony from their husbands and promised financial stability to women and upholds their rights, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board says that the Supreme Court's ruling is against the Sharia. They say Sharia is supreme, that they will move the Supreme Court to roll back its order. Twist after twist after twist in the SSR and Disha Salian murder case. 4 years on, there are several unanswered questions and an unsolved puzzle, but Republic's relentless campaign to give them justice is finally bearing its fruits as the Mumbai police has now woken up after deep slumber and has reopened their case files and summoned the relevant people. The Shahbaz Sharif government has decided to ban Imran Khan's party, the Tehreek-e-Insaf, over alleged anti-state activities. The Shahbaz Sharif government is claiming proof. Meanwhile, Imran Khan's party is now crying foul. They are calling it a move to block the PTI from becoming the single largest party in the Pakistani parliament. And following this assassination bid on Donald Trump, the United States Secret Services is facing intense scrutiny after the assassination attempt. Sources are suggesting it was a series of security lapses and failures that led to the assassination attempt. Ladies and gentlemen, the recent assassination attempt on former President of the United States, Donald Trump, is likely to have profound impact on the upcoming American elections. This is likely to widen the gap between the Republicans and the Democrats. Now, this incident that happened was a clear assassination attempt, but the Western media has termed it as a shootout. What do they mean? Is it time to call out leftist and liberal extremism in the garb of rights? Ladies and gentlemen, let's debate.
On Sunday morning, former US President and current frontrunner in the 2024 race for the White House, Donald Trump, escaped death by a whisker.
And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Move it there. Hold. When you're ready. On you.
Ready?
Move.
Up.
Move. Go.
Up. Hawkeye's here.
Hawkeye's here. Move it to the stair.
Stair, get ready. Stair, get ready.
We ready?
Shooters down. Shooters down.
Shoot her down.
Are we good?
Shooters down.
Shooters down. Are we good to move?
Shooters down. We're good to move.
We're clear.
Let's move. Let's move.
We're clear.
Come on.
Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head. It's bloody.
So we gotta move to the bus. Move to the bus. Let me get my shoes.
Okay. Put shoes down. Shoe.
Watch out.
Wait.
The attack at the election rally in Butler, Pennsylvania is being probed as an assassination attempt. The shooter, a 20-year-old, was roughly 150 meters from the Trump position. The focus is now on security lapse.
5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle.
rifle.
We could clearly see him with a rifle. We're telling the police, we were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here?
However, the Western media conveniently pushed the assassination bid as a shootout attempt. Shooting attempt on Trump. Trump hurt after shootout. This is not a lone incident. Be it Salman Rushdie or Shinzo Abe. The anti-right has made displays of liberal extremism.
And ladies and gentlemen, on the debate this evening, my first question is to Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Abhijit, you've seen the response. What I find is the response to this assassination attempt. There's a sense of denial. They don't want to talk about it. Shootout. Trump survives shooting. That's the way they're looking at it. Yes.
The best where the headlines are now. New York Times says he was taken out after he fell. Another one says, noises heard at Trump rally and Trump was ushered out. What leftists do is they run this international normalization circuit. You see, the left is global, the right is local. So what they do is, all their agents provocateurs around the world, they get them to kill somebody, and then they get their circle of validation, who they decide are eminent professors, eminent commentators, eminent whatever, self-proclaimed eminent, who they will then get to sit and play everything down and claim, normalize and basically make it seem as if they had nothing to do with this.
Liberal extremism. Hashtag. One minute. Vivek. Even the recent example. Can I have the volume up, please? Hear the poll back. Vivek, listen to me.
He was not a leftist.
Vivek, listen to me. The question is not about this individual. When Salman Rushdie was stabbed 10 times in the face, he was stabbed in the neck, he was stabbed in the arm, he was stabbed in the abdomen in New York, right? He lost his vision. Right. Nobody, none of these people, none of the wokes, none of you guys had anything to say. Yeah. Your attempt was, let's bury the story. Doesn't happen. No, doesn't happen. When the Slovakian Prime Minister was shot because of his pro-Putin, pro-Russia approach, absolutely the entire issue was played down, no coverage in the global media. Mute. But the woke lobby has gone terribly violent. And I read the Hindustan Times today. I don't remember what it was, but it said something like bullet grazes, some ridiculous headline. Sushant, Hindustan Times today said bullet grazes.
No, absolutely.
Bullet grazes Trump's ear.
You have to speak when the same Trump was responsible for Capitol Hill.
There you see.
This man tried to destroy the entire democracy of United States of America.
Trump said,
I don't support this assassination. Violence is wrong. Violence is bad.
He said no
I
violence.
condemn it.
Your
This guy was anti-India.
Stalin are mass
He
murderers.
reduced the visas,
Jyoti
increased
Basu
the
mass
fees of the
murderer.
H-1B.
Jyoti Basu concentration camp guard.
Oh, please, nobody is a mass
Great question
murderer.
below. Liberal
There is not a
extremists
They
on the top
contested
band.
elections.
And
Shouting illogical matches will not win you any medal.
louder. I can't
Jyoti
hear it
Basu won elections.
Yes,
The left
of course,
was
it
winning for
won't win any
35
medal. Because you see, you have to see
Sandesh
that
Kali.
because the
in
people
order to get
loved the
something
left
at
in
all.
Bengal.
Sandesh
Mr.
Kali.
Abhijit Iyer Mitra, you support Capitol Hill? You want a losing
Crazy
president of the United
psychopaths
States
of
to go and
India,
attack their own
CPI,
parliament?
crazy
Do you
psychopaths of
support
Liberal
it?
extremists.
This man reduced the Indian visas. Do you support it?
Murderers,
He increased the fees for H-1B visa for Indians. Do you support it?
Psychopaths of India.
This man is violent. Do you support it?
Crazy psychopaths of India.
Ah,
All these
Mr.
leftists are
Trump
deranged
is a
psychopaths.
right-winger, violent ex-president of India who is anti-India. I still don't support his assassination attempt. But it has nothing to do with the left.
The whole history
The
of
man
your
who
party
tried
is
to
an
assassinate
Let
him
the
is
mask
from his own
fall.
The whole
party.
history
It is
Let
from
the
his own
mask
party.
fall.
You come from a
His own
genocidal
supporter.
party.
Let the mask fall, Sushant. Mukhota nikal jaye aaj. Let their real face be seen by the
fight
people of this
elections.
country for what they are.
Gautam Matlakha's case, the letter turned out to be fraud.
Yeah, Gautam Navlakha.
And you
Gautam
created a
Navlakha
narrative about
stood
the assassination
on
of the
Gautam
Indian
Navlakha
president
stood
also.
on a podium at the Aligarh Muslim University campus and supported a terrorist called Mannan Wani, and you people clapped.
These people
Liberal
kicked
extremists,
out-
extremists,
these people
liberal
kicked out
extremists.
the whole
Matlakha's
minister.
case, the
Plural,
letter
because
which
there are
was
many of
found
them
in the computer
on the debate.
Turned
Sushant,
out to be a
They
Sushant
are
is on the
very
debate.
strict columns and traitors.
Arnab, I
They
can't
always
speak
have
over.
You can. 1 minute. Let me shut down the liberal extremist before I let you in. Can Mr. Liberal Extremist Vivek Jinping just give me a moment and let Sushant come in? Viewers, you are seeing this. There are people supporting an assassination attempt on my program today. They'll go to any extent. They will support
I'm
rape,
not
murder and
supporting
loot by
assassination
Maoist
attempt.
terrorists. They will support an attempted assassination attempt on Salman Rushdie. They will support an assassination on
No, I don't support
attempt on
assassination,
Shinzo
but don't
Abe.
glorify Trump.
They will,
For God's sake, don't glorify
they
Trump.
will support, they
He
will
attacked his own
support,
parliament.
ladies
Do
and
you
gentlemen,
support it?
they
Do
will
you
support
support it?
an
Do you support
attempted
Capitol
bombing
Hill?
during a
Do you
Narendra
support
Modi rally in
ex-president of America trying to
2013
destroy
because...
his own parliament through mobocracy?
Sushant.
Do you
So,
support
Arnab,
it?
If Vivek, can anybody else, or you want to have the whole flow to yourself and show your liberalism and your lack of tolerance for other people? Please go ahead. I don't have anything. But I find it quite ironical that from a leftist and a communist, his biggest angst against Trump is that he was reducing H-1B visas for Indians and reducing visas for people from outside. But I didn't know that the leftists actually yearn
No,
to
I'm
go to
just
America.
trying to expose your prime minister,
Who want
who
people
claims
from
to be
India
a great
go out
friend
there.
of
One.
Trump.
Secondly,
And
Vivek,
how
you had your
anti-India
say,
is even according to his own capitalist
Vivek, you
parameters.
had your say. Can I say something? Or do you want to keep talking? I'll keep quiet. I don't mind.
Please.
You can just carry on.
No.
Second
Arre,
thing
sir,
I
आप बोलिए,
find
sir, बोलिए.
ironical is that Trump, I don't think, is responsible for any kind of mass murder, but leftist icons like Mao, Stalin, you name all of them, have been the worst mass murderers in history. And yet they are supposed to be liberal and very progressive in their outlook. So, these definitions and these terms, I don't understand them anymore because they don't apply to people anymore. You see the liberals in the so-called liberals, I should call them. They are the most illiberal people. Actually start censorship because they don't like somebody else's voice. They say that you shut it out because this is hate speech. What they do is equally hate speech. Abhijit has spoken a lot about it. The gender mutilation of small children, 5 years old, 6 years old. How is that even conscionable? But this is a liberal agenda. This is supposed to be a progressive agenda. So anybody who does not conform to their standards, whatever those standards are, and those are pretty low really, is supposedly the enemy. And then and they incite hate in their own way. Their dog whistling is very different. They create environments in which people actually feel boxed in. And I've seen a whole lot of these people. And the same stuff which we've heard in India. If one particular party comes into government, they will scrap the constitution, they will impose dictatorship, they will lock up everybody. Exactly the same thing Hillary Clinton says in the US. Exactly the same thing other people will say in Europe and other places. So listen, I can understand you having a different political ideology, and I have no problems with that. I can understand you having a different political stance. I have no problem with that. But the way violence has been normalized, and that you make memes and you laugh about the fact that this was a very clear assassination plot. To call it anything a shootout. What is a shootout? Shootout is two people fighting against each other, and a presidential candidate gets injured. Unless, of course, New York Times is so much into DEI that they don't even understand or comprehend English language. Words have meanings, and the words which they are using, it's like that austere religious scholar for that mass murderer Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. You remember that, don't you?
Yeah. And let us not forget one more
They are
thing.
not even sure if it was an assassination attempt.
I think it's unconscionable, and people need to understand that politics will keep happening. But if you're going to take things to a point of breakdown, then all politics is out, all democracy is out. Cannot save democracy by shunning the other side and completely ruling it out. And this is something that the Americans do not seem to get, with the kind of polarization which has taken place out there. So yes, I think what has happened is extremely dangerous. We don't know what exactly is the reason behind it, whether this guy was provoked into it, whether there was a conspiracy, whether he was a lone ranger. But it is a fact that this was an assassination attempt. Wherever he came from, whatever his motivations, is not important. It was an assassination attempt against the leading candidate, or the man who is, at least the polls suggest, has the best chance of winning. And there are people who don't like him, people who are willing to do anything to put a stop to it. Now, whether this guy was a patsy for somebody who was put up to it, we don't know. We don't know whether there was a conspiracy angle. But I don't think any words or any statement should be used to justify in any manner whatsoever what has happened in the United States.
No, it is a global phenomenon.
This was an assassination attempt, and that's unacceptable.
No, the violence, assassination attempts, the growing intolerance by the liberals, the toxic nature of the liberals, their use of violence in their words and their actions, their association with Islamist forces, when there was a knife attack during a Good Shepherd church in Sydney, they were quiet on it. Whenever Islamists are attacking others, killing other people, the wokes remain quiet because they see the Islamists as some kind of a partner, a global partner, whether it be an individual Islamist attacking and trying to kill Salman Rushdie, or whether it be the Hamas. There is a partnership between the wokes and liberals and the Islamists. This includes...
Arnab, don't you see it in India? When violence happens, depending on who has perpetrated the violence, either violence has no religion, and depending if it does not suit you, then violence has a religion.
Correct. Like for example, when Sarjil Imam is there, they all support Sarjil Imam. When, as you know, Sarjil Imam said that if the army is deployed, it will be a humiliation for the government and not for Muslims, and we must have 5 lakh organized people to permanently cut the northeast from India. At that point of time, instead of criticizing the Islamist Sarjil Imam, the liberal lobby in India began to build a sympathy campaign for him. And that now they must think. They must think. And even today, you see, Kapil, the liberals are anti-democracy. Whether in India, they are anti-democracy. Narendra Modi wins, we'll question the verdict.
No,
1 minute. If Narendra Modi becomes Prime Minister again, we'll question the verdict. If Trump is about to win the elections, allow me to complete, we'll question Trump. We'll question the electoral system. If Trump has an assassination attempt, we'll say he's escorted away after loud noises. Can
I give a quick response, Arnab? Now, I think, your whole agenda of, the debate looks, very, very fallacious.
No, there is no agenda I have, unlike you guys. I have no agenda.
There is an agenda.
I'm saying you are all liberal extremists.
The topic is an agenda.
Yeah, you are liberal extremists. I'm saying so.
Logical. Yes. Now, allow me. Now, please don't take an offense to it. All I was talking about was the subject of the debate, the topic of the debate. Now, what did Mr. Rahul Gandhi said in the parliament in his recent speech? He was calling out people who perpetrate hate. He was calling out people, who are or who, supporting violence. I mean, I don't understand. When Mr. Gandhi makes a speech and he talks about, there should not be, any violence in our, political discourse. There should not be any kind of, violence in our political discourse. Then you question him. And I am, quite amused to, look at your entire opening remark and, what our good friend, Mr. Sareen just said here. Basically, what Mr. Sareen is, said on this debate is he is supporting Mr. Gandhi because he himself, supported the fact that, there are people in this country that who will justify violence, who will perpetrate violence, and who will,
exactly like when you people supported the rapists in Sandesh Khali.
Violence needs to be called out.
When you supported the rapists in Sandesh Khali, saying they are part of the liberal group, we must support them.
Arnab, I understand that you're getting, it's getting a little.
No, I'm asking you. You supported the rape in Sandesh Khali, did you not?
Do you agree with Mr. Gandhi? Do you agree with Mr. Gandhi's statement in a political discourse? There should not be any place of violence. Do you agree or not? Say yes or no.
I don't take him seriously on anything.
No, why are you worried?
But I don't take him seriously on anything.
There should not be any violence. There should not be any space of violence in our political discourse. You say Mr. Gandhi was right. Or if you are saying that Mr. Gandhi was wrong, then technically what you're doing is you are promoting.
I don't know, where is Gandhi in all this? In everything you have to bring a Vadra connection.
No. So, no, I understand. Yes, that's your problem. Because you will not admit...
I have not mentioned the Vadras even once right now. They're irrelevant. I am talking about the liberal extremist group.
So, you are cornered today. Arnab, you are cornered today. You don't
know
have
what you're talking. Are you talking to yourself in a mirror? We are having an intelligent debate. Why are you taking it through this?
So, do you agree? Do you agree Mr. Gandhi was calling out that there should not be any violence in our political discourse? Do you agree with that statement or not? Say yes or no. Do you agree? Do you agree?
Are you talking to yourself?
Any violence? No,
are you seriously talking to yourself?
No, do you agree with this or not? Say, do you agree with this statement or not that there should not be any
kind of... He agrees, but he won't admit.
In a political discourse. No, you look so confused.
He agrees, but he won't admit.
I don't know, when I hear a stupid reply and a stupid question,
why would you even think
you guys are obsessed. You have to bring in a Vadra connection to everything. I'm talking about Trump, for God's sake. You are less significant than you believe you are.
Absolutely.
You are not. I'm saying, I'm talking about Sarji Lima. I'm talking about you people because I'll tell you one thing. Okay, I'll give you a reply on this.
No, you don't have an answer.
No, I don't. I first of all have no idea what your leader, Mr. Gandhi, is saying. However, now listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
You should listen to what...
I'll tell you why I don't... I'll tell you... Now the problem is that you are... Kapil, collect yourself.
You don't listen.
Collect yourself.
The point is that you will try to justify violence.
Speak less shrill. Why are you speaking in a shrill tone?
Whenever it is happening in
India... Why are you speaking in a shrill tone?
When it has happened with Trump...
Have some terab, man.
All I am saying is that in the political discourse, in geopolitical space or anywhere, there should not be any place of violence. And today you are so in a difficult situation that you can't even say and admit what Mr. Gandhi said was correct.
Now, can you just be quiet for a minute? The question is this. You see, viewers, I'll tell you.
What Mr. Gandhi said was correct.
This is.
Then I'll be quiet.
See, if you want to behave like an intellectual porcupine, that is your problem.
No,
I will not respond to a porcupine. Now listen to me. No, stop bristling away. I'm saying to you that in this country, volume down, in this country we have people like you, Kapil Madan, and people like Vivek Srivastav, who say, Afzal hum sharminda hai, tere qatil zinda hai. We have people like you who support people who say, Bharat tere tukde honge, inshallah, inshallah. We have people like you who are quiet when people say sartan se juda.
I will call it out.
You don't speak. This is liberal extremism. You see, Abhijit will respond to you. I am only viewers. I'm telling you, this is a reality in our country that Afzal is. I believe.
And their home minister in Karnataka referred to that jihadist as yes, boss. Whatever you say. Their home ministers are subservient to jihadis.
So, Mr. Mitra, do you agree with Mr. Gandhi's
this
statement that there should
government has
not be any place of
I
political
have
violence?
never agreed with
Do you
Mr.
agree or-
Gandhi, but
No,
why is Mr.
do you
Gandhi
agree-
subservient
do
to
you
every
agree or
jihadi
you don't
in
agree?
town? Why does Rahul
Baba,
Gandhi
do you
support
agree with this
international
statement or
jihad?
you don't agree with
Why
this
does he
statement? You
support
please say.
international jihad?
Now
Why
the
did he
point
say the
is-
Prime
now the
Minister ko
point is-
danda se marenge?
now the
You
point
support
is,
Rahul
yes,
Gandhi
they
saying the
want
Prime
to
Minister ko danda
politicize
se
it.
marenge?
They want to
Why did your
politicize
party
it.
make fun of the
What
chappal
was the
thrown at
name of Trump
Narendra Modi?
assassinator?
Did they throw
So what was
the
the
chappal
name-
at
what was
Narendra
the
Modi?
name-
Yes or no?
Now,
Yes
what
or
was the
no?
name of the
Yes or
person
no?
who-
Yes or
who
no?
made assassination
Rahul
attempt?
Gandhi is a hate monger.
Mr. Mitra,
Rahul Gandhi does
Mr.
hate
Mitra,
speech.
what was the name
If
of the person
anything
who
happens to Narendra
attempted
Modi, Rahul
assassination
Gandhi
on
will be
Trump?
100% responsible for it.
Mr.
And
Mitra,
also, what was the
name-
background?
Okay, viewers, I tell you this. I just want to tell you this.
And also, what was the background of that boy?
Please think very deeply. I'm not taking a break, I presume here. Please think very deeply about what happened on Sunday. Please think very deeply about what happened in America on Sunday. And don't say it happened in America only because America has guns.
No, we need.
It is because the liberals in America have gone completely crazy. And there is a lot of justification for violence against Trump. As long as Trump does not become president again, they are fine. Ladies and gentlemen, the liberals are having a global meltdown. And Trump's fist pump after the assassination attempt shall prove to be a completely defining moment in American history. Those who are right will fight back with reason. And those who are extremist cannot camouflage themselves by calling themselves liberals. They are intellectual frauds.